In the fertile and ancient land of Palestine, where olive trees and citrus groves stretched as far as the eye could see, lived a community of hard-working and proud landowners. Among them was a man named Ahmed, whose family had farmed their land for generations. The soil was rich, the air was fresh, and life was simple yet fulfilling. Ahmed, along with his family and neighbors, cultivated their land with love and dedication. They grew olives, oranges, and vegetables, providing for their families and sharing their produce with the local markets. The land was more than just a source of livelihood. It was a part of their identity and heritage. As the years passed, political tensions in the region began to escalate. Outside forces sought to claim the land, and the peace that had once reigned in Palestine was increasingly threatened. Landowners like Ahmed found themselves facing not only economic hardships, but also the constant threat of losing their ancestral homes. Despite the growing pressure, Ahmed and his fellow landowners refused to abandon their land. They understood the value of their heritage and were determined to protect it at all costs. Meetings were held in secret, where they discussed ways to resist the encroachment and preserve their way of life. One fateful morning, a group of soldiers arrived in Ahmed's village, demanding that the landowners relinquish their properties. The villagers gathered in the town square, their hearts filled with a mixture of fear and resolve. Ahmed stepped forward, representing his community. "We will not leave our land," Ahmed declared, his voice steady. "This land is our home, our heritage. We have cultivated it with our blood, sweat, and tears. It belongs to us, and we will defend it." The soldiers, taken aback by the villagers' defiance, threatened them with force. But Ahmed and the others stood their ground, their courage unwavering. They knew that their unity and determination were their greatest strengths. Word of the villagers' resistance spread quickly throughout Palestine. Other communities, inspired by Ahmed's bravery, began to organize and resist in their own ways. Acts of civil disobedience and peaceful protests became common, with landowners and their families standing up against the forces that sought to displace them. Ahmed's village became a symbol of resilience and courage. International organizations and journalists began to take notice, bringing attention to the plight of the Palestinian landowners. The world watched as ordinary people stood up against powerful forces, their spirit of resistance shining brightly. The struggle was not without its costs. Many villagers, including Ahmed, faced imprisonment and violence, yet their spirit remained unbroken. Ahmed's family continued to tend to the land in his absence, drawing strength from his example and the legacy of their ancestors. Despite the hardships, the community remained united. They supported one another, sharing resources and providing solace in times of sorrow. The bond between them grew stronger, fortified by their shared determination to protect their land and heritage. Years of resistance and international pressure eventually led to negotiations. Though the path to peace was fraught with challenges, the courage and resilience of the Palestinian landowners could not be ignored. Ahmed, now free, returned to his village to find that his family and community had kept the land alive in his absence. Standing in his olive grove, Ahmed felt a deep sense of pride and hope. The struggle was far from over, but the courage of the landowners had carved a path toward a better future. They had shown the world that their land was not just a piece of earth,
but a symbol of their identity, heritage, and unyielding spirit.